All right, everyone, welcome back into another NFL preseason DFS video. Got the Sunday core plays here for you, and this one is much better, I guess, as a slate. Like out of the Friday and the Saturday slate that I covered, it's not better. I shouldn't say that. It is more straightforward with who you want to be on. So I'm not going to say it's better because some of these players are probably going to be highly chalk, which, you know, in preseason DFS, I'm perfectly fine with eating chalk as long as they go out and produce, which I do think the Patriots players that we're going to be on are going to go on and produce. Do want to just let you guys know, though, that I am doing this before all the salaries are technically released for DraftKings. Okay, so I'm actually just using the 9-12 slate to show you guys the players. Same thing in preseason DFS. Obviously, the salaries don't matter. So, you know, we're just going to be able to pull them up. So, Rhamondre Stevenson, I always butcher his name, but Stevenson here, he's just been what we see from the New England Patriots running backs. I mean, it's pretty simple with Bill Belichick when it comes to like showdown slates in general, or just kind of figuring it out. I'm not joking there. It is. I don't get the stigmatism that he has there with being tough to predict, because it's really not. It's just like kind of normal stuff if you follow them. Stevenson is the prototypical like practice squad running back, future practice squad running back that they commit to during the preseason. Why get one of your, you know, main contributors injured during the preseason? And really, they just like to run the ball, get the games done with, you know, get some looks from some people, but really ground and pound, get out of there, get done with the preseason. And that's why Stevenson has been a core play each and every slate thus far for us, and he's going to continue to be. I mean, he's like the leading fantasy producer in DFS for preseason thus far. He's going to continue to be. But honestly, I really don't mind rolling with J.J. Taylor as well. Obviously, the Patriots released or traded Sony Michel. That's going to lead to some more touches for J.J. Taylor in this one. Both these guys have been getting 10 touches total, you know, per game. J.J. Taylor is just dead. He gets used in the passing game a decent amount. And if we just want to look at the running back room, you know, Damian Harris is not going to get any carries. Sony Michel's not there. Yeah, James White, don't expect him to play all too much. So that just leaves these two just really going after it in this one. So I really love that. And kind of just sticking with that, Christian Wilkerson as well, guys. Just going to get like 5 or more targets, going to get a safe 5 DK points with the upside to get 10. You know, if he goes 5 for 50 yards, you know, I could easily see that. You know, to me, it's pretty simple. You play Stevenson, Taylor, Wilkerson, and you could probably get away with playing a defense as well. Okay. You know, it's kind of that simple. I don't want to say it's that simple, but it's kind of that simple. And then just as well, do want to point this out for the Falcons, Caleb Huntley. I do like Caleb Huntley a decent amount on this slate as well. I'll kind of show you guys why. So let's scroll over to where the Falcons are. We'll pull up the running back room. So Javion Hawkins, kind of a surprising release to me. He was released, okay? Leaves Mike Davis and Olesen. I don't expect either of those two to get a lot. And, you know, I could see Quadre getting a little bit of work in this one, maybe like 8 carries in this one. I could see that. But at the end of the day, I think it was going to be Caleb Huntley getting about like 12 total touches, you know. Hawkins had been getting a decent amount of reps and touches, so I expect most of that work to go to Huntley, who's a little bit bigger of a back, a little bit more of a bruiser. I could kind of see why they kept him, so really don't mind him as a running back pick in this one as well. And then just kind of staying with that Miami game, you know, you probably do want to stack it a little bit, although the Patriots defense has been pretty good. The Patriots, or the Dolphins, are pretty banged up at the receiver position, okay? Last week we were kind of forcing them to play Mac Hollins, even though I didn't really want to. It seems like that might be the case once again, because he's still kind of a backup, still kind of fighting for a roster spot, was able to produce, was able to get over 8 DK points. You know, really, anything over 5 DK points is what you're looking for at the receiver spot. I think he's going to get us that one, and, you know, he's fighting for that 5th, maybe 4th receiver role position, fighting for a roster spot. He's going to have to put together another good week, and I think he goes ahead and does that this week for the Miami Dolphins. But guys, there's not that many quality receiver plays that I could find in this one. The only other one that I, you know, kind of like, and I don't even really love Mac Hollins there, is going to be David Sills here, who's, you know, he's been playing well this preseason. Nothing to like really write home about, but, you know, 10 total targets, we'll take that. That's fine. He scored a TD last week, which helped me in one of the showdown slates. You know, I don't mind him. He's fine. He's good enough to put into your builds for the showdown slate. Just a lack of quality plays thus far on the slate. Do want to mention Jared Patterson as well. You could easily play him at the running back spot. To me, I don't see. Well, that was on a different slate. Sorry, guys. That's on the Saturday slate. I already covered Jared Patterson a decent amount on that Saturday slate. Apologies for that. But we're going to move on to tight end, because tight end for this one, for me, not Felipe Franks. That's going to be a quarterback that I'm going to pull up. It's going to be Jordan Franks. Jordan Franks saw 7 targets last week, and that's mostly due to the fact that the Browns are a little bit banged up with their pass catchers as well. Really, no one else that they could really play at the tight end spot right now for them. They're kind of banged up at that spot. We'll pull it up here. 2 on IR. No real sense for Hooper or Njoku to really get a lot of playing time. That leaves Bryant, who still doesn't make that much sense for him to get playing time. So it leaves Franks, okay? He had 1 bad drop and 1 really nice catch. So I really don't see, he's not going to get 7 targets again probably, but I do see him having a nice safe floor of like 2 DK points, which at the tight end spot, especially on a slate like this, all you want is to get points from your tight end, and I think he does that. And now getting into the biggest headache for this preseason DFS slate is trying to figure out what's going on with the quarterbacks. The Saturday slate was great. We have like 3 strong quarterback plays that we're on. Can pretty much just lock in those guys. To me, we got to figure out what's going on with Marcus Mariota, guys. Is he going to play in this one or is he not? Okay, we don't have the Raiders on this, whatever. Nathan Peterman has thrown the ball a lot. He has over 400 passing yards, 1 TD. He's also ran the ball for 67 yards. If Marcus Mariota is going to be out, you pretty much just have to lock in Nathan Peterman once again. So I do want to pull up Josh Rosen as well, who was recently acquired by the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, honestly, he might have been their second best quarterback had AJ McCarron not getting injured, and they picked him up. It's kind of a weird thing there. McCarron's obviously out. You got Felipe Franks, who is pure trash. He can run the ball. If we get word that Franks is going to be playing a lot, he's probably going to throw the ball for like 90 yards, 1 INT, get sacked a bunch of times, but he'll probably have like 60 rushing yards or whatever to hit value. But I think we'll get some looks at Josh Rosen because he is brought in to be the QB number 2 for the Atlanta Falcons, and why not get a good look at him? I guess the only reason why he wouldn't play is you're worried about him potentially getting injured, because then you're going to have to roll with someone like Felipe Franks. Actually, they'd probably just bring in someone like Blake Bortles if they had to. Then defensively on this slate, obviously I like rolling with the Ravens, or not the Ravens, the Patriots. If you're going to be playing that many Patriots, just roll with them. They're not going to give them many points when they're rushing the ball that much. But that's all I have for you guys for the Sunday slate. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, subscribe. If you guys want to join 9 to 5 Nation, got a good value going out there for you guys. I'm really proud of myself. I'm providing the best plays at the best value. Got a lineup optimizer out there, got the write-ups out there for the preseason slate. So check that out. All right, but that's all I have for you guys. And as always, let's keep cashing.